Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode of Props from Terry. I'm your host, Terry Edelman at TE Picks over on X. Go give me a follow over there for days I don't do the show. I post player props on there. Um, and if you're looking for premium plays available at Picks and Parlays, Winners and Winers, and StatSalt, links are all in the description below. Today I'm going to be looking at some player props. There's 5 props that I like for today's slate. First day after the trade deadline, so we've seen obviously the teams that are going all in, other teams that are selling. The Minnesota Twins, I believe, almost 40% of their roster they traded away yesterday. So some teams will be looking to bet on, some teams bet against, and then of course there's player props where that doesn't really matter too much. So we'll of course jump into that. Because I've got some props today on some teams that are contenders, and I've got some props on some teams that are definitely not contenders. So we'll jump into that here. I won't recap the last day because I believe that was Wednesday. Overall, it's been a rough go for me. I'm not going to try to hide it. On a bit of a losing streak here. Obviously, yesterday, no props, just one play. The Cincinnati Reds, which I had in the run line, went down 11-3. Ended up coming back, tying it 11-11, just to lose 12-11 in extra innings. So overall, a rough go, but it's a new month, August 1st, and we're going to turn things around here now in August. We'll jump into the very first game. I'm going to be talking about the Houston Astros and the Boston Red Sox here in this game. Some games we don't know who the starting pitcher is going to be. Even at this point in the day, just with the movement of the trade deadline, we just don't know the starting pitchers in some games. This game was one of those games where we were not sure who the Boston pitcher is going to be. It looks like it's going to be Cooper Criswell here starting this game, and then Hunter Brown on the other side for the Astros. Hunter Brown, coming off a loss in his last game against the Athletics, overall 1-2 in his last 7 starts with a 4.03 ERA. So it's been a bit of a rough go for Hunter Brown recently. And I was going to have to face this Boston Red Sox team. If you guys have been following me, you probably know where we're going here in game 1. Give me Roman Anthony over 1.5 hit run RBIs, which I got for plus 110 over on DraftKings. Roman Anthony would be winning Rookie of the Year if Nick Kurtz didn't exist, or if Nick Kurtz obviously didn't have that hot run. Roman Anthony has been another rookie that has just been consistent so far this year. Recently, he has at least 3 HRRs, hit run RBIs, in 5 consecutive games. So he's getting 3 a game. I just need 2 for a plus 110 winner. Sign me up. I'll take him over at plus 110. If you wanted to go over 2.5 hit run RBIs for the bigger plus money, you probably could. Hunter Brown, as I said, has not been as consistent recently as he was earlier on in the year, especially during April and May, especially April was a really good month for him. June was pretty good, but July 1-2 with a 5.54 ERA in 5 starts. Got hit in 4 of those, or actually in all 5 games. Didn't give up a lot of runs to the Athletics, but still got hit regardless in that game. Let's get this money for the weekend, Terry. That's the plan. I lost a 6-leg parlay with Profar. Oh, no. Yeah, I know someone else that Profar let down last night, 0-for-6. That was just awful. 1 HR. Yeah, and he couldn't get anything. He definitely had chances, too. So you weren't alone. Not me, but I know someone else who lost their HRR parlay with him. So I'm sorry. But we'll continue on along with our next game here. So we just talked about 2 teams, Boston Obviously, trying to get a wild card spot. Houston most likely going to win their division. And now we have these two teams, the White Sox and the Angels. So two teams that are not making the playoffs here this season. And on the mound for the White Sox, we have to be determined. I believe that there is somebody that is expected to start here. If you just bear with me for a second. It's supposed to be Shane Smith on the mound for the White Sox, but it doesn't matter who's on the mound for the White Sox for our player prop that I am taking here in this one. Took it a couple days ago, 3 days ago. He didn't hit a home run, didn't take it the next day. He hit a home run. So, you know what? From now on, I'm betting his home run prop for the next few days, and we'll just see what happens. Colson Montgomery, a home run plus 550 here in this one. He has a home run in 5 of his last 8 games. Wasn't hitting home runs before that, but overall, through his last stretch, he has been hitting home runs. On the mound for the LA Angels is Tyler Anderson, who is a lefty, so it is a lefty versus lefty matchup. Montgomery does hit righties better overall in the season when it comes to average, but 2 of his 5 home runs were against lefties. So Tyler Anderson here has allowed a home run in 4 consecutive starts, giving up 2 in his last start, and he's given up 9 home runs total over his last 8 starts. So Tyler Anderson can definitely give up a home run. Montgomery here can hit home runs. So I'm going to take the plus 550, small quarter unit play. I'm going to take the plus 550 today, and then I'll be betting him again tomorrow. Even if he doesn't hit a home run. Are they facing a righty tomorrow? Bear with me for a second. Yeah, Kyle Hendricks tomorrow, righty. So I will be betting him again tomorrow. Obviously, as I said, he does. And I bet him against the lefty. I can't remember who that was a few days ago. Then he did hit a home run the next day off a righty. So splits do matter, but I'm taking Montgomery regardless. Plus 550 here. Small quarter unit play here in this one. And another person, Tim F, says he same here. So people are not a big fan of Profar, I don't think, today. And Hal's hurting today. Yeah, I feel you guys. I feel you. Profar was doing really well. He's at the top of the lineup. He had so many opportunities yesterday, but couldn't get there. Next up, St. Louis Cardinals and the San Diego Padres here in this game. For the St. Louis Cardinals, we have Matthew Liberatore starting 6-8 with a 4.04 ERA. Nick Pivetta for the Padres, 10-3 with a 2.81 ERA on the season. I didn't do a video for this because I just released it on X yesterday. So as I said at the beginning of the show, follow me over on X at TE Picks. I locked in San Diego to win the NL West at plus 750. Of course, a few minutes later, it moved to plus 800. But one follower of the show, Sean, shout out to Sean, he locked in the plus 800. So plus 750, plus 800 is great value with the Padres. 3 games behind the Dodgers. Yes, the Dodgers have had some success against the Padres, but this Padres team just went all in. They gave up the 3rd best prospect in baseball. Obviously, getting a JP Sears and Mason Miller from the Athletics. Mason Miller, a huge piece for the bullpen. Sears to help with the starting pitching. And then a trade with the Orioles to get Ramon Laureano and Ryan O'Hearn to help beef up the starting lineup. The Dodgers made a couple trades, but this Dodgers team is just not the same Dodgers team as we've seen in recent years. And I don't know how far the Padres go in the playoffs, but I like them to win the NL West, especially at plus 750 or plus 800. So that being said, you probably won't be surprised. We're taking a Padres prop here in this one. Give me Manny Machado over 1.5 bases plus 100 at DraftKings. Machado multiple bases in 8 consecutive games. He is rocking and rolling right now for the Padres. 2 for 3 against Liberatore. One of those hits was a home run. So definitely not stepping in front of Manny Machado. And when you look at this Padres team, how do you think that the players in the lineup, how do you think they're feeling right now? Their general manager just went and traded away the farm to bring in players to help them win. All the players in the San Diego Padres lineup right now, because they didn't have to get rid of any starting players. They did it all through their minor league system. So this Padres team is probably going to be feeling pretty happy right now. And Manny Machado doing so well. I'll rock with him here. Over 1.5 bases plus 100. I think you could probably go with over 2.5 as well if you wanted a bigger plus money here in this game. 2 more games left. 5 props that I'm giving out today, or 5 props that I'm betting. Arizona Diamondbacks and the Athletics here in this game. Right now, to be determined versus to be determined here in this one. It looks like it's going to be Anthony DeSclafani for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Jacob Lopez was listed on MLB.com, but now it's to be determined versus to be determined. So not sure what that means exactly when it comes to pitchers. And you might be thinking, Terry, how are you going to bet a player prop when you don't know who the pitchers are going to be? And I can kind of agree with that, but small quarter unit play, taking Brent Rooker to hit a home run here. Really, I don't care who starts with Arizona Diamondbacks. I don't see anyone in that lineup scaring me off this play. Brent Rooker, home runs in back-to-back games. He's feeling it right now. He's definitely a streaky player. So give me his home run prop, plus 375 for a quarter unit here. The wind is blowing out around 6 miles per hour. Back-to-back games with a home run. This Diamondbacks team, one of the sellers at the deadline. So I think that's going to negatively affect them the rest of the year. This Athletics team, I guess you could say sellers too, but building for the future. This team is going to have an extremely bright future. This Athletics team is going to be dangerous in a few years. So still dangerous now with Brent Rooker and other guys here in the lineup. I've seen people on Machado homer also. I could see that. Like I said, he does have one against Liberatore. So you could go with the bigger plus money there with the home run. For me, just to get the 2 bases at plus 100, I had to jump on that. So wouldn't talk anyone off the home run either. But finish off with the last game. I like the late games tonight. It's all the late games on today's slate that I love. Texas Rangers and the Seattle Mariners here in this one. We know who's pitching. Jack Leader for the Texas Rangers, Logan Gilbert here for the Seattle Mariners. Big game in this series. Obviously, these two teams fighting for a wild card spot. Rangers 57-53, Seattle 58-52. Texas obviously looking to tie it here in, I believe this is game 2 of their series. Seattle loaded up. They're one of the teams that are kind of going all in. And they loaded up on some players. But I'm not going to take a new face. I'm going to take an old one. Give me Cal Raleigh. Over 1.5 bases, plus 120 at DraftKings. Raleigh has multiple bases in 4 of his last 6 games. He is 3 for 8 against Jack Leader with a double and 2 home runs. So, yeah, you could look at Raleigh for a home run here, which I believe is plus 2 something, which I didn't bet. But over 1.5 bases, plus 120 with the leader in home runs in baseball against a guy who he has 2 home runs in and 8 at-bats. Give me Raleigh over 1.5 bases. Plus 120 here. Again, wouldn't hate it if he took the home run here in today's slate. So, quickly recap before we finish the show. Roman Anthony, over 1.5 hit run RBIs. Colson Montgomery, home run. Manny Machado, over 1.5 bases. Brent Rooker, home run. And Cal Raleigh, over 1.5 bases, plus 120. That's today's show. Thank you everyone for watching. Best of luck on tonight's slate. And we'll see you guys again probably tomorrow. If not, follow me over on X at TEPix. Thanks for watching, guys. Best of luck tonight.